Hey Nathan, what are you wearing goggles for?
Because they look awesome. No, it's because...
They do look awesome, by the way.
Thank you. It's because we're driving a vehicle that does not have a front windshield on it. This is a prototype that doesn't have the wipers, doesn't have the windshield, doesn't have any of that stuff. You know why? Because it's essentially a bird cage. In fact, that is the name of this concept.
Yeah, we're here at the annual Easter Jeep Safari with Jeep driving prototype vehicles, and this is a JPP concept, in other words, Jeep Performance Parts.
And Mopar.
It's a showcase for all the parts that you can buy and parts that are coming that you might be able to buy. And so let's talk about the parts that are on this and let's take it for a ride.
Okay, so starting from the very front of the vehicle, what you have here are a myriad of components that are available through JPP, and that includes this, which I think is in prototype stage and is going to hopefully become part of the vehicle.
It looks like a bird cage for a worn winch, yeah.
Yeah, isn't that cool?
Yeah, I like the way they've incorporated the recovery hooks. You know, usually they're horizontal and now they're vertical. That's kind of cool.
Right, and the reason why they're blue, because it's a 4xe, and anything that's electrified apparently has blue in it. So, this is a 4xe platform, and from there, everything they put on here, basically you can get through a catalog. But what's really interesting about this setup is that with this, they increased their approach angle significantly.
7 degrees, Nathan.
7 degrees, what you think about it off-road, that is huge. If you're into a vehicle like this and you want these flat fenders, these are actually tube fenders. So there's a tube on the side, and I believe these are either available or may be available through JPP soon. I'm not trying to sell the catalog, but I'm just letting you guys know where you can get the stuff from.
I love the interior. Look at that like leather, very Western look with
the seats are awesome. I'm pretty damn sure those are not available right now, but they might be.
With the electrified
little
blue
stitching.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
That's cool. So this bird cage thing is one of the major parts of this vehicle, and it has over a 200-pound capacity up top. This is basically made for those people who want to clamp a lot of stuff onto the vehicle and don't mind not having a front windshield.
Now there's a surprise in the trunk, or should I say Aditrunk.
Aditrunk. Let's have a look.
Yeah, let's have a look. Check it out, dude. This is a new concept they're working on. That might become a part that you can eventually buy.
So this is going to be JPP Performance component, or maybe a Mopar Performance component. Am I right?
Yeah, it's called Aditrunk, and the way it works is it's a secure area in the back that you can lock when you lock the Jeep, and then allows you to put things like, well, in this case, recovery gear back here.
Oh, so they're going to put this in production.
Well, it's a concept.
So it's going to go into production.
It's a concept, Nathan.
It's a concept that should go into production.
I agree. Yeah.
I mean, am I wrong?
What the guys told me.
Yeah, but this is cool. I like the tie downs up here too. This is a really good idea. Especially if you own a soft top like Tommy and someone has a knife and they cut through it, and all of a sudden it's like, oh, you can't get through this, because if this is shut and locked, you're not getting through that.
Well, the coolest thing about all of these concept Jeeps that we're exploring here is that we get to drive them. So shall we get behind the wheel?
Let's fire it up.
Yeah, let's fire it up and let's take it for a ride.
Now, once again, guys, I am wearing these goggles because the road, I have these cheap little sunglasses that just don't quite do it. So they equipped this with these matching goggles, and that's why I'm wearing them.
And let's face it, Nathan, firing it up is probably not the right word, because there won't be any firing.
No, hit the button.
I just hit the button.
Hit the button, Max. Look at that. Nothing.
So
4xe.
Yeah, 4xe. So for all of you guys who aren't familiar with the Jeep 4xe, according to Jeep, the 4xe has become the best-selling plug-in hybrid in America. The Wrangler 4xe. Can you believe that?
Yep. So if you are thinking about getting a plug-in hybrid, the best-selling one right now is this.
Yeah. So you get about
20-ish
27 miles of range, I believe.
No, I think it's a little less. I think that's on the other one. This one's a little bit less than the Grand Cherokee.
It's gotten very busy all of a sudden. We've got a lot of concepts driving through here, so we'll wait for the rest of them to go away. Because
what's important is that Jeep wanted to show what it's like to drive on the 405 freeway in the middle of Moab, Utah. So everybody's stacked here at the same time.
And this is, of course, the Magneto, which is the most interesting, I think, of the bunch, because it is all electric. And Jeep says it has over 600 horsepower, Nathan. It could climb up that wall.
Over 800 pound-feet of torque. It's like 825 pound-feet of torque or something like that.
We'll
go there later.
But
let's drive this a little bit, because this is essentially something that you could buy.
Yeah, you could, or build yourself, right? You could buy it and then add these parts on yourself. I love. What do you think of the half doors?
The half doors make a lot of sense here. They make no sense in Colorado. I mean, they don't. What are you going to do with them? They actually have an insert that you could put in here, so you can have like a plastic windshield, or sorry, plastic fake glass fake glass. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah.
Fabric.
Yes,
And you can put that in there, so in case there is a problem with weather, you can take care of that. That's great. So once again, desert, stuff like that totally makes sense. This is great. Otherwise, I don't think it would make sense in our environment.
Let's have Tommy jump in.
Yeah!
And he can go for a ride with us, so we can talk about the interior. What do you think of the color? It's kind of cool. It's kind of bronzy brown, huh?
I like the whole setup of this.
Yeah?
This is a really good looking Jeep. You know, I mean, it's just aesthetically very pretty. The seats are very comfortable and really cool looking. I like these lamps.
Yeah, these must be very powerful up there.
Yeah, these are great. This is overkill for sure.
You know, you could wheel Hell's Revenge at night. I've done that. It's terrifying.
Oh, I bet it's terrifying.
This is still weird. I can't get used to that.
But no,
I know.
Hey man, there's a bike. No,
I think this is a little bar over here for like GoPros.
with GoPros and
Yeah.
other mounts, you could put a little light there if you wanted to.
Or if not, let us know in the comments below. We could be wrong about that.
It could be. This is a very interesting setup, and it's one that surprises me because it feels so factory.
What do you think of wheeling like an
Electrically?
electric? Yeah, I know.
I've done it before. I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we actually have a video, a very popular video, where we take a 4xe, basically one of these without all the goodies, the Bronco and the Defender off-road, and I drive a few miles in all electric mode. Now, a lot of people are like, oh, you can only do a few miles in all electric. That's because you're going up and over rocks and stuff like that. But it's a very different mindset. When you're in all electric mode, you get maximum torque immediately.
Hey, before we go over the sledge, Tommy, you want to get us going over the sledge? Let's do a big shout out to our friends over at Onyx Offroad. You know, they sponsor this channel and they make this possible. And they have got a new system now where you can, if you subscribe, you can download their maps to your phone.
Yeah,
So
with Apple, right?
Yeah, with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, and then you know, basically send them over to the infotainment of the vehicle so that you're never lost, even if you're out of cell service. How cool is that? Huh?
That's really cool because we're out of cell service right now.
We are out of cell service
and
right now.
when I drive later on and do some solo stuff, I would really like to be able to find my way back.
All right, well, let's take this a little bit of a cliff here.
Oh,
cliff, maybe
please, this is easy.
Yeah, I know.
Come
It's
on.
not a big deal for a rain.
Challenge us.
Yes. Well, it is a prototype, Nathan.
Yeah,
Other
I know.
people
We're
have
not
to
allowed
drive
to bash up the prototype. One of the reasons why they're doing relatively easy off-road is because, frankly speaking, everybody has to have a turn, and most importantly, these are extraordinarily expensive prototypes.
You know, this is the sound of off-roading, Nathan.
The future of off-roading,
This
I'll
is
say.
definitely the future of off-roading because this is what's going to happen. And you can tell a lot of the, if you guys have been watching our coverage of all these concepts, you'll know immediately a lot of these are electrified.
Yeah, and actually half the vehicles that are being driven today that are concepts are electrified. They're either 4xe or all electric. And you know, Jeep straight out said it, the future is going to be electric, and they're excited about it. I think one of the things they are excited about are vehicles like this that give you so much torque and extra range.
You know, part of me understands why like the 392 is so glorious
Oh,
right now.
that sounds great.
But part of me is like, you know, when like the carburetor went to fuel injection, people weren't like, oh my God, I missed the carburetor.
Some people were.
Or when like drum brakes went to disc brakes, people were like, oh my God, I missed the good old days of the disc brake. You know, I mean, time and technology.
Were you one of those people,
I was
Roman?
never one of those people.
You
Nathan.
angry about the drum brake going away? But it's still out there in some places.
Well, it's Tacoma.
I know. So,
Well, there you guys have it.
Yeah.
Time to jump into another vehicle. As
Yeah.
always, this is Roman
and Nathan.
saying thanks for watching. Remember, check out TFL. I'll let you park this. TFL-studios.com for more news, views, and of course, priceless concept reviews.
See you guys.
Ciao.